What's up guys, today we'll be doing a 2-in-1 mod for the Nintendo Game Boy Pocket. They are the backlight and the Biver chip mod. So the Biver chip is recommended if you decided to do the backlight mod. I've purchased the kit from Handheld Legend. They sent me a backlight module, a polarized film, a couple of wires, and also in the package is a calling card and a sticker. Both are very cool looking with original art, so make sure you check them out at handheldlegend.com. And without any further ado, let's start by taking the Game Boy Pocket apart. Now that the back cover has been removed, you can see the PCB in its entirety. Next, what you want to do is carefully remove the ribbon for the screen. With the circuit board out of the way, you can see the layout of the buttons as well as the screen itself. This is a good time to start cleaning the PCB with some isopropyl alcohol and put those buttons inside soapy water. Next, we're gonna try to take the screen out of the front tray. You will have to use a little bit of force because the screen is stuck to the tray with adhesive. Alright, now we can work on the screen. I cut off the cushion materials in the four corners, but you don't actually have to do that since we're going to be completely removing that back layer anyways. However, do make sure that you cut the tape that is holding down the ribbon because you want as much room as possible when you try to peel off the back layer. Getting the back layer off is no easy feat. It is stuck to the screen really well, so you'll have to be careful. Start off at the corner and slowly make your way to the other end. Make sure both the back layer and the adhesive come off together and use adequate force so you don't break the screen. I got close to the end where the ribbon fold is, I didn't want to stretch the ribbon cable too much and tear it in the process, so I used something small to push through that last area. Just be patient and you'll eventually get it. Bam! Alright. Now we're going to install the BIVR chip by soldering it between the ribbon connector and the CPU. Before we start soldering, we'll have to cut open a couple of traces on the PCB. Make sure to cut as shown in this picture and verify by checking the continuity. Now we can solder the BIVR chip in to take place of those open connections. It is easier to start off at the resistor first so the chip wouldn't move as much. Remember, those are very fine soldering points, so definitely check continuity afterwards and use the soldering wick if needed. After the resistor, solder the top connections of the BIVR chip to pin 5 and 6 of the ribbon connector and the bottom connections to pin 4 and 5 of the CPU. When the solderings are done, it'll look something like this. As long as there's continuity, you are all good to go. I would say that this is definitely the most difficult part of this mod, but just remember not to give up and try to desolder fully so your Game Boy wouldn't look like this. Try to reroute the two wires as such, and make sure the polarized film is in between the glass screen and the backlight. Oh, I forgot to mention this. Make sure that the polarized film is flipped 90 degrees so it's showing the dark color rather than light when the film is upright. Usually you want it flipped to show light color, but since we have the BIVR chip in place, it'll reverse pixel colors, so now we have to flip it again. Although it took a while, but we finally got it done. All in all, I think the backlight with BIVR chip mod is essential for the Game Boy Pocket. The backlight allows you to see the screen in dark environments, and the BIVR chip brings out more contrast and clarity to the screen. However, I did notice that I had to raise the contrast level when playing certain games, especially when the battery is low. This might be caused by the over-demanding of power from the backlight. So eventually I might have to add a voltage regulator, but this is the mod for another time. For now, click like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.